Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Movie Pit Podcast. I am your host, Christian Renteria, and today I was going to originally release this in the June recap, but I really love this movie a lot, so I've decided I'm just going to spotlight it by itself. I'm here to talk about Masters of the Universe, the new He-Man and the Masters of the Universe movie that came out, which deservingly needs more attention because it is very, very good. So I want to talk about that. Masters of the Universe. They did it. They made He-Man and the Masters of the Universe movie work. They made it fun. They made it funny. Not all the jokes land, admittedly. They made it campy in a good and fun way. Made it heartfelt, action-packed, and all around just a fun time at the movies. Travis Knight, self-proclaimed nerd and head of Linka Studios, is back behind the camera after Kubo and the Two Strings, and another feature-length film based on an 80s cartoon, Bumblebee. He understood the assignment, and even though I loved and liked both of those movies, I admitted on social media, and I'll admit here again, that when that teaser came out, that very first teaser came out, it did not win me over whatsoever. It did not win me over. I was very hesitant about it. But then the trailer came out, and I kept seeing it in theaters, and I kept, watching it online and stuff. And there were some things that I really, really liked. The Skeletor reveal I thought was good. I thought Skeletor looked amazing. And I kept watching the trailer, and I kept understanding maybe what Travis Knight was going for, and it completely won me over. I've seen this movie twice now. I saw it at a fan screening, and then I saw it again over that opening weekend. And both times, I still really like this a lot. I also think it's a testament to this movie, too, that this thing is over 2 hours long. It is 2:20, and it does not feel like 2:20 whatsoever. This thing breezes through, and it doesn't really slow down too much. There are moments that it slows down for story reasons, and that makes sense. But you never really feel the length. At least I didn't. And you guys know, if you guys have been following me enough, I will bring up when I start feeling a movie's length at certain points, especially towards the end. I didn't feel that at all with this movie because I just think I was having so much fun with it. The cast is pretty great. Like I mentioned them very briefly. Let's just get it out of the way. Jared Leto as Skeletor is unfortunately good. It's still like, you could have cast someone else. They alter the voice a little bit, but Leto is unfortunately a good Skeletor. He's a campy 80s cartoon villain that is also menacing when he has to be. Nicholas Galanstein, I think that's how you pronounce. I don't know how you pronounce his last name. He's our Prince Adam, our grown-up Adam, because we do get a younger Adam as the movie starts off. And I haven't seen him in anything. This is the first time that I've seen him in anything. And I know he's been in some projects. I know he was in the Red, White, and Royal Blue show, or movie rather. I know he was on Bottoms, and that's a movie that's been on my watch list. I haven't gotten around to that. But he does a pretty good job playing Adam. He balances it. He balances playing, I don't want to say goofball, although he is kind of a goof a little bit. But he's not from Earth. He knows that he has a responsibility and he hasn't done anything with it. And all he wants to do is go back home. But he's working in HR for who knows how long he's been doing it. And he doesn't want to do that anymore. He's continuously trying to find the Sword of Power, which came with him to Earth when he was young, and he lost it. And he's trying to find it again. I also like that. I get why they did it, because logically it makes sense, but like they like doing this is something obviously that it's a movie thing, and they do it. This isn't the first movie to do it, and they do it everywhere. But they give him like longer clothes, like bulkier clothes, to hide his build, because that man is clearly built, like through his clothes. Like he's already in the He-Man figure when he's Adam, and like when he turns into He-Man or the Guardian of Greyskull. I'll get to that in a little bit. He gets all the muscles, and he gets the iconic attire, and it looks good in it. But you can clearly tell that he is very well built, and they're trying to hide it through the very long clothes that are not, tight or revealing or anything like that. I just thought that was funny. Camila Mendes plays Tila, typical Tila. that we have seen in various, iterations of her. She plays a very strong, warrior, headstrong, more than capable of taking care of herself and everything like that. Idris Elba plays Duncan, aka Man at Arms. He is a little bit different from the previous iterations that we have seen, but it makes sense for the movie, why he's acting the way that he is. And I didn't mind that interpretation of Duncan, Man at Arms, that we get in the movie. And plus, you have Idris Elba playing. You're going to get a little swag when you hire Elba for no matter what no matter what role you put him in. Alison Brie plays our Evil Lynn, who is, I don't think she's in the movie enough. I don't know if maybe this was kind of, Travis Knight thinking ahead in case, they get a sequel. So they just wanted to give like a baseline portrayal, who she is, to set up something bigger for her in the future. But I don't know. I feel like maybe she wasn't Evil Lynn enough, but I don't necessarily blame Alison Brie for that. That's probably more of a scripting. And again, I think maybe, Travis Knight has something more in line for Evil Lynn in the future for that. We get little glimpses of it, but, not necessarily, enough to, really justify like, she was a perfect Evil Lynn like that. No, but again, nothing against Alison Brie. I will say something that I thought was interesting, and I'm curious how they will address it in the future and how fans will accept it once, a lot more people watch it. The names of our other heroes of Eternia, Ram Man, Fisto, Mechanic, they're all dubbed by Adam himself. We never find out their real names. Adam names them, and that's their names for the rest of the time that they're on screen. I thought that was very interesting. I think that was a clever way of keeping the 80s kind of camp and 80s feeling of it, while also trying to modernize it a little bit. Not too much, but try to keep it in that same vein. And it's like, like in the mind of Adam, who was like 10 years old when he, had to escape from Greyskull, beginning of the movie. Very interestingly, Travis Knight opens both of his 80s properties with showing the world that we want to, showing the world where they are, like, this case, Eternos or Eternia. And then in Bumblebee, the Transformers home planet, that name escapes me at the moment. Both of them getting attacked, and just this big battle sequence of what's going on, and having to send a hero through a wormhole and they just somehow land up on Earth. Although in the movie it makes sense. If you know your lore for Masters of the Universe and He-Man, you know why kind of Adam gets sent to Earth. But I won't get into, I won't get too nerdy on you guys on that end. But I found that very interesting, though, that Adam is the one that names kind of our heroes. Because, it is very much his story. It is told through Adam. And the reason why all these guys are named a certain way is because that's the name Adam gave to them. Maybe, I don't know if Adam doesn't know their names when he was younger, but, that's just what it is. All right, anyway. The action is really good. I thought, I really liked some of the camera work behind it. A lot of like swooping shots around Adam or He-Man as he's, doing his thing. It never becomes too modern, if you get my gist with the action. It's very, it doesn't become too modern. I'll just put it like that. The CG is also pretty good here. Yeah, there are some spotty moments, two major moments for me. One is with Skeletor. He looks a little weird at a certain point, like I think it was just because it was CG on top of CG. Like Skeletor is practical. Obviously his head isn't, but I think it's I think it's Jared Leto for the most part, except for the action sequences, in a bodysuit, and then obviously they do the Skeletor mask CG. But I think it's just because it was CG on top of CG that it just looked a little weird when he was moving. Otherwise, though, Skeletor looks great. He looks great, moving wise, and the way he moves and everything. It's great. And then there's a specific moment with Cringer, and Cringer's not in the movie a lot, by the way, just FYI. But I assumed it was supposed to look cheesy and a little bad. That's my assumption. I think that's what he was going for. Travis Knight was going for in that scene. That what they were going for in that moment. It was supposed to look a little campy. It was supposed to look a little cheesy. It was supposed to look a little bad. I just think it's kind of hard to remove yourself a little bit. It's like, that doesn't look good. So I don't know, but that's just it. But the one thing I really loved, and I mean really, really loved, is the score. The score is really great. One particular score piece, which is called Eternia. It plays at various points throughout the movie. It really kind of is like the main theme of the movie as well. It's really good. Like, I've been humming it since I saw the movie. And the score is done by Daniel Pemberton. I don't know why it's so hard to say his last name. But he's done the score for King Arthur Legend of the Sword, which I thought was very interesting. He's done the 2 animated Spider-Man movies, Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse. He did the score for Eddington, for those, just to put another movie in there. And he also recently did the score for Project Hail Mary. So he did the score for that. But Eternia, done by him, and it's also done by Brian May. Yes, that Brian May, the Brian May from Queen. And it just brings, that particular piece, Eternia, just brings this sense of like majesty and wonder. And a little bit, you get a little 80-ness in there as well. It just makes the movie so much. And I immediately fell in love with that piece. And I still very much love that piece. So yeah, I really like Masters of the Universe. I don't know what else to say. It's a fun movie. It's a summer blockbuster in every way possible, in all the right ways. There are direct homages to the cartoon that I think in any other movie would have outrightly been too much or too cheesy, but I think it makes a lot of sense, especially one particular near the end of the movie, which everyone in my theater on both screenings just laughed out loud when they saw it, because they immediately got it, which I thought was great. So yeah, also post-credit scenes, just say it, post-credit scenes are really great. And I hope that despite, the early box office numbers for Masters of the Universe, I hope this gets a great word of mouth, because this movie's really good. It is everything you want in a summer blockbuster movie. It is everything you want in a He-Man movie and Masters of the Universe movie. I would love to see Travis Knight do other stuff. Obviously, you don't want one director just kind of like be attached to one thing. Obviously, I think if we got another live action movie, we want Travis Knight to do it after Bumblebee. But I think Knight is very much a fan of He-Man and Masters of the Universe. I'm pretty sure he's said as much, that he's thought about, what he would do for a sequel. And I want to see one. I really do. So I hope more people go watch Masters of the Universe. I hope that we get another one, because it's really good. It really is. It is a fun movie. It is a summer blockbuster in every way possible. It's just a lot of fun. Please go watch Masters of the Universe. It's great, really. And that's it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. It's a very short and sweet episode. I'm gonna try to do more reviews like this. I'll have longer ones in the future, and then I'll have these shorter ones that are just pretty much straight to the point on movies. And these, hopefully, we'll find a nice middle ground for these. But until then, we'll see what happens. So thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. Let me know if you watched Masters of the Universe and if you enjoyed it. And if you haven't watched it yet, what are you doing? Go watch it. It's very, very good. And go check out everything else. Links in the description/show notes area. Hopefully you all have a good day or night, depending on when you're listening to this. Enjoy the rest of your week, and be good people. And as always, go watch some movies.
Whoop whoop! Yeah! Give it up! Movies!